but Toby was listening in. Stop! Don't. I'm recording. Stop. I'm recording. Bloody hell. Alright, Scarlett, there you go. Nice fat paragraph. Gee. Oh, okay. Sure. Said Scarlett. Later, Toby. Once the fellow members of the noises, including Eric and Percy, and the conversation over was astonishes them. James then notes it's been 2 weeks since they last received any communication from the controller. Or notice returns that the controllers potential in the result named Anderson. I didn't tell me until they fact on the name. Warren is unwilling to proceed. Whatever this is decided to continue. Running down to retrace the steps with the lucky lamp. Thomas remembers that while he was looking, he drift Colin passing by with an ambulance train. The former Elspeth and Catford engines realized that the train was even called in. As staging and few words, so Topham arrives and informs them at the hospital he was at. It's called a mental hospital. Acknowledging that the engines are aware of his history, he then instructs Edward to take him and lay head to Golden. Edward inquires about the reason, so Topham simply replies, "That is orders." Hey, said Dokov. At Golden, Edward tells the high control and lay head hot hospital in his background, and in response, Topham hides his opinions of the mistreatment he endured there. Edward really brings up Emerson's breakdown, knowing that after losing his medical license, he appeared to be incapacitated, and Barry survived a week before dying in a fight without resistance. All winters on, and they need to shut up him. Denson's present, being present here, given strength. Although if he apprehensive about facing the worst, I wouldn't lay hat without insurance that he'll be alright. So Topham manages to confront Dr. Anderson. His present very much was full of treatment of the patients. He acknowledges the fact that he revert pleasure from causing harm to those in his care. So Topham got some forgiveness, or saying that he never wishes to encounter him again. Anderson such as sky to one vanishing. So Topham never returns to Edward and lay hat. Chuckling as he learns about his first scene in lay hat. Whatever comments that every kind is ever lying. Oh, says Coley, that is true. That's another reference to the show too. Hey, said Douglas. It's the name of the song. I'll call it as a silver lining even when it rains. So don't get too downhearted as things about to change. All you gotta do is wear a smile like you will find, said Skylowy. Your sun will shine. Anyway, sorry. Don't go forward you off the last paragraph. You sure, Skylowy? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Sure, said Douglas. So Topham was greatly informed that the engines were in his favor, and continued to visit Hunter Sims for some time, for returning to his mission temporarily. Question that the Hunting lamp be placed in his office, unless it could not be located by anyone. new series. Rose regarding his fate. Whatever is convinced that is out there assisting us who need most. The quarry has been restored and completed, but the Skylower is no longer required the Lucky Lamp, emerging as one of the most prosperous railways in Britain. Duggan has played a crucial role in this success, and with the conviction of their fans and their attention to Mickey, and is referred to as Barnhill personnel, as a significantly happy engine. There's still one more detail about the SKS expansion that I ever need to mention, but that's a story for another day. So says Skylowy. Like if someone's for watching. And by the way, if you guys want us to do Xenon's songs, or little Xenon series, we'll be happy to. Yes, Douglas. Goodbye.